Hey guys, out in the garage and just doing some little product reviews, kind of give you an idea of some of the stuff that I use. And today we're going to do Hacksaw Jigs. So Hacksaw Jigs, it's Grant Hack. He's one of my best friends. I've known him since we were young. We fished high school fishing together, against each other actually, but we were same club all the way up until I think he started. I was already in it for a while, but he started later on, and then we both fish for the Ohio State University now. But here's some of the jigs that I like to use from him. I use pretty much exclusively Hacksaw jigs, but he makes some really good stuff. So my favorite thing that he makes, that I use a lot, I have two different really jigs that he makes, like styles that I really like. And one is a swim jig. I use 3/8 and a quarter pretty much all the time. I don't really go any heavier or lighter. This is actually a used one, but this is his black and blue swim jig right there. That's a 1/4 ounce. So really, really good little swim jig right there. Caught a lot of fish on that, but that's his black and blue swim jig, and that's a really good one. He makes a bunch of different colors. Black and blue is great. He makes like and he can do anything custom too, which is cool. That's the swim jig. Actually, let me look, I'll show you a little bit more about that. So the swim jig's pretty cool. So the eyes, it's not a perpendicular to the eye, it's vertical, so that way it comes through grass a lot better. And also it's kind of got a flat bottom on the head, so it keeps it lifts, but it doesn't have so much lift that it's hard to keep it down, if that makes sense. You want flat, but you don't want the whole head to be flat. You want it to still be pretty skinny, so it comes through grass good, but have a little bit of a flat bottom like that one does. So that's good. But that's a really good jig. I store all my swim jigs in a Bass Mafia blade coffin. Great place to store jigs, chatterbaits, spinnerbaits, a lot of stuff like that. There's that. Let's go to the next one. So the next one is we're going to go to my second favorite jig from him, which is it's a flipping jig, but it's kind of a finesse flipping jig. Let's get it out here. Is what he calls a biddy hack. So here is the biddy hack. It's actually a sparky head, very similar to a sparky head, and it's like a ball head mixed with an arky. So it skips really well, comes through rock great, and overall just an absolutely great jig. I love it. And it's good for flipping, good for casting. You can fish offshore. You can do pretty much anything with it. And that's why I like to use it. Hooks it up with a pretty good, all of his jigs have a really beefy mustad hook on them. He hand ties everything, so even that swim jig, they're all hand tied with copper wire right behind the band, so that way they're not going to come off. If the band breaks, it's still going to be on there. You're going to still be able to use it. So that's a great jig right there. Love it. Caught a lot of fish on that. It's a little bit more compact. You can cut it down, make it really small. Just a great jig. So there's really two. I mean, he makes a bunch of different colors. This is Moneymaker. It's just your typical green pumpkin orange. A lot of people use that color. It's a proven color pretty much anywhere in the country. He makes this color, which is Burnt Magic. It's like an orange and Magic Crawl. That's a good one. Black and blue. This is called Connor Crawl. This is actually an Arky style, but this is Connor Crawl right there. It's like a light green pumpkin color with a little bit of orange in it. That's a good one. And I mean, he makes a bunch of colors, but makes anything custom too, so you can get anything you want. If you guys want to order some, I'll put his website below, and you guys can order them. And he makes tube jigs, drop shot weights too, which are great. I don't personally. I use tungsten for everything. I use fat sack tungsten for everything except drop shots. I don't use tungsten drop shots because it costs so much money to replace them, and you lose a lot of weights. So I use his drop shot weights and his tube heads. Let's see if I got some in here. Drop shot weights. Yeah, so there's just one of his drop shot weights right there. Just your typical cylinder drop shot weight. And then tube heads. this one's a little bit rusty, but there's one of his tube heads right there. It's all 90-degree eye always. I always use a 90-degree eye no matter what. I mean, even though I know they get hung up more, you break them off more often, but the biggest thing about 90-degree eye is the action's way better. So that's why we only use a 90-degree eye on our tube jigs. But those are really the main things I use from him. He makes, some other products. We're going to be coming out with some new stuff next year. We're really excited about. Going to start testing and getting it good. So we always test all the products through Hacksaw Jigs. We do it rigorously, make sure that everything's right before we sell it to the public. So if we want everything to be the best that it is, his prices are pretty good too, kind of hard to beat actually, and makes good stuff. So I'll put the link below, and if you guys want to buy some, it'd be awesome. And hope you guys like it. And I know you'll catch fish on them, so that's not a question. So anyways, thanks for watching.